And do you have a passion for this? I knew you grew up in it, but do you love doing this? Is this like a passion for you?
I see those people come in, I'll be very happy because they come far away to travel, to come see me and to support me and to find their own fortune here.
Right. Closing it up, putting it down. And this one, Kevin, this is for you.
So this alley here is totally changed since the 80s and become now.
Wow.
More safe,
Right.
more cleaner, more vibrant.
That's great.
People don't realize how many alleys are in Chinatown. They told me 200, but it can't be 200. But I know there's some crazy number of alleys in Chinatown.
Right.
So and all of them have a little history to it. Like the one down the other one, Wentworth, is known as the Salted Fish Alley.
Okay.
Sky, because they used to preserve the fish there and hang it, and then you have this aromatic flavor that smell that you have to be kind of accustomed to.
Exactly. Fish can be a little tricky.
So Chinese have salty fish.
Right.
Because they know China is poor, they need to preserve food.
Right. The salt preserved it, right?
Preserve it longer. So they can take it out and they eat it.
Right.
So we're almost there on the Grand Avenue.
Okay.
Grand Avenue used to be very, very prosperous, full of people, tourists walk by from the gate all the way up here. But right now the pandemic slows everybody down.
Right.
Our shops are closed. So we need help.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, I love doing this. You know, for people to know about this, for people to know it's safe, you come down, it's wonderful, it's very family oriented.
Our ancestors, when after the 1906 earthquake, were going to kick us out after the court. I said, they're going to move us to Hunter's Point, actually. Well, our ancestors were smart enough to say, no, we're not moving. We're not going to leave. This is our home. We're going to stay put. And they almost had a battle. They were ready with their weapons, ready to fight to stay here. So what did they decide? They had the foresight to put these pagoda tops on the building to make it a tourist destination.
Okay.
So they had the foresight to figure it out, let's make it something different.
And San Francisco has the largest Chinatown.
Second largest.
Second largest? Is Toronto the largest?
No, New York.
New York has
Behind New York, yeah. But we are more cleaner than New York.
Much cleaner. I've been to Chinatown in New York.
See, this alley here, it's called Waverly.
All right.
I form a group called Be Chinatown that help the communities. I'm the one putting all the lanterns on every alley.
Oh, really?
So I'm one of the founders.
That's great.
And at night,
and what a difference it makes.
At night, it's beautiful.
At
night, is just absolutely beautiful.
These balconies.
Yeah, there's the Wong Association, Wong, the Wu's Association. So the Wu family, the clan family. Okay, so all in those days, they don't allow to leave, pass by Broadway, and the tunnel here, the next one, Sacramento. So in those days, Chinese immigrants are limited to space. They only can stay here. So every one of them has tunnel going to the building.
Really?
This is the tunnels.
Oh my gosh, really?
See all that?
Yeah. So these all have tunnels going into the...
See the restaurant you saw downstairs?
Yeah.
You go back down, can go down there. If someone try to catch you from here, you're out on the Grand Avenue.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. So there's this whole underground network.
Network everywhere.
Can we film down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be careful. That's the one I'm talking about, the tunnel.
This is remarkable.
Yeah. So, you know, I have a group called Golden Gate Artists Association. We're 501c3 nonprofits.
Okay.
I help the elderly to create a home for them to draw pictures.
Look at this mural. I love it.
This used to be a wall. You see the button here? See the plug? Light switch?
Yeah, I love it.
This guy here, one of the artists, I paint by hand, by fingers.
Oh, wow.
All by
look at
fingers.
that. That's amazing.
He don't use brush. He use finger to paint that one.
Wow, that's incredible.
Something different. Yeah.
I
When
love
I'm
it.
bored, when I'm tired, I will come down here and think quietly.
Yeah,
This is the place for me to chill out.
Wow, this
And
is
then
the
I
best
do
place.
calligraphy.
Oh, you do calligraphy too?
Let's talk about writer and poetry. They stay together and they cheer each other with the wine and cheers, you know, and think back. Well, this is America, this is China. We sail a long way, went back and forth. From here to here, it's 3 months,
Wow,
half a year of sailing.
right,
We're lucky we get here, or we're lucky to go back.
right.
So be blessed.
Big blessing.
Here's the one I'm talking about. This is the tunnel, go to across the street.
Oh, this goes across the street?
Yeah,
I love that.
okay,
I love that there's secret tunnels everywhere.
everyone.
The outlaw in me loves that there's secret tunnels.
It's just something that we need to, as a human being, we need to think back. We need to satisfy.
Yeah,
The other places, either they're hungry or in war.
right.
We are not.
We're blessed.
Don't be a crybaby. Be passionate and be positive. Right?
You're right.
Always
we
be
have to keep our spirit up, be positive.
Yeah,
My
every day.
grandma, you know, everybody's like, well, why do you smile all the time? You can't always be happy. And I'm like, well, I'm not always happy. But why should I pass anything other than happiness on to somebody else? Everybody has their own problems. Why wouldn't I give somebody a smile?
That's why the first
And
time I
lift
saw
their
it,
spirits.
I saw you, you are very, very happy because I saw your smile come to me just like that. I don't know if you were this happy or not, but your smile tells me that you are happy. That's good enough for me.
Thank you. Yeah, and you too. When I walked in, it was just like, hey, come here, look at what we got.
Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I am here today with Passionate Living Mental Fitness Moment for today. Depression is something that we all experience at one time or another, whether you're a child, whether you're an adult or an elderly. If you notice someone is experiencing not sleeping as they used to, not engaging as they used to, there are some things that you can do to try to help them. And you could try to engage them, or you can have them do some self-care like walking, engaging nature, journaling. But if you're finding that this isn't working, reach out to a mental health professional that can help them navigate this. This is a mental fitness moment for today with Passionate Living. Thank you for joining.
I watched the Beatles when they were on Ed Sullivan.
Tell you something, I think you'll understand.
I just saw 4 guys on stage that looked like they were having a really great time making music. I just knew that that's what I wanted to do from that point on. And when I started moving out here and hanging with the people that were making records and being lucky enough, fortunate enough, you just go, why a kid in Iowa gets to come out here who sits at and I play Isaac Hayes songs written by Burt Bacharach at the piano in my parents' living room, and then Burt Bacharach sat right there not a year and a half ago. Sat
That's
right there.
so freaking cool. He did?
Oh yeah, and Herb Alpert recorded in this room, and all of a sudden I'm working with them. And
well, now
I do have to pinch myself.
You are them.
No, Burt Bacharach. You know, Burt Bacharach. Come on, he's probably the most recorded and best songwriter of the last century.
But I'm just saying, I
got to play on a lot of records, and I wrote a lot of music that people still go, oh my goodness, Milo and Otis, you did that? I watched that every day when I was a kid.
So much of the music that I listened to all through high school, college, you know, you were on those.
It was fun. It was
amazing.
Fun. Yeah, I used to be able to, you know, claim certain percentages of the top 40.
Where did your passion for music start? And I mean, like, so much of the music in the womb.
In the womb. My mom was an accordion teacher.
Okay.
She and my dad had a music store. And at one time they had it was like in the 60s when there was a band on every corner. They had 1,600 music students. And so I grew up in that environment. If I wanted, I could go take a trombone out for a week from the store, a tuba, trumpet, clarinet. So I ended up playing trumpet and guitar and accordion and piano at a very early age. And my mom would take me to the symphony as a 12-year-old, and I loved it. And I studied orchestration and stuff. And I started writing songs when I was about 14. And I could play in nightclubs. I played in nightclubs as a kid from the time I was 15 to the time I left on the road at about 19.
Wow.
After I'd finished a couple years of college, I went, and I came back and went to college more, but I was playing 5-6 nights a week in nightclubs for 5 hours a night. Chops were incredible, you know, playing 5 hours every night. And then after that, when I moved out here, we were just working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, playing great music for great people who really loved what they were doing. It was an amazing time period, and that was back before people stole all the music that they listened. You know, they actually bought records, and some of that money flowed through to the songwriters and the artists and the musicians, and it was good. It was good. And when you have income like that, you can create art with that. You know,
it's true.
Yeah, it's an interesting time that we live in now. I always, you know, we've been blessed. We've been blessed. We continue to work, and that's good. You look at how globalized it's become, and there are interesting pockets all around the world now. It's not all just in Hollywood, and it's certainly not all in Nashville, you know, but it's, you know, Atlanta's got some going on. You get people all around the world that are able to make really good music in their bedroom. This is my 8th recording studio, and
what a studio!
All of the studios before had multi-track tape machines sitting in them, all of them. And then in 1999, I became the first studio in Los Angeles to offer Pro Tools in a studio without you having to rent it and bring it in. So and then in about 2003, we hadn't turned on our tape machines for 2 years. And so that all shifted, and I would say in about 2021, it got to the place where it sounded as good.
I miss the warmth of tape.
It's like trying to have a relationship without touching.
Who is your favorite? No, I can't ask who your favorite is. It's a terrible question to ask.
Why not?
Because, like, your favorite person you've ever worked or people you've worked with. You do?
Well, there are periods. There are periods.
Because I know, you know, somebody might say, oh, he didn't say I was his favorite. Or,
well,
no, I don't want to put you in that position.
We've already talked about the fact that you know,
There are
working
certain
people with like
individuals that
Isaac
you don't
Hayes
like,
and
yeah.
Burt Bacharach and
Yeah,
Aretha.
right.
Aretha Franklin had me come. Marvin Gaye and Aretha Franklin brought me into Ocean Way, got me a B3, and asked me just to sit down and play for them one night. I mean,
Oh my God.
you know,
Oh
and
my
then I worked
God. I
on
couldn't
many
even
records for
imagine
Aretha
that. Yeah.
that Burt Bacharach wrote for her. Obviously, Quincy Jones was,
Oh yeah.
you know,
I mean,
when I ran after school to go watch Help at the Iowa Theater, and the lady who was at the ticket counter came and said, you know, there's a new movie playing here, and the music's supposed to be really good. If you were here to watch the Beatles, you probably like music, and so, you know, go in, just kid, go in and watch. And I went in, it was in the heat of the night, Quincy Jones.
Wow.
21 years old, so 7 or 8 years later,
wow.
I'm in a parking lot at Herb Alpert's studio, and I run into Quincy Jones in the parking lot, and we spent the entire day messing with him, and we worked together for probably 15 years straight after that. I loved working with Quincy.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And
that I just can't even imagine.
But James Carmichael, the Lionel Richie stuff.
Yeah.
If you listen to the beginning of Hello, right, the Lionel Richie song, there was a full orchestra from the very beginning of that to the end. And you only hear it now come in on the guitar solo, which I was in the room for when Louis Shelton came in and played that guitar solo.
Right.
And it was like, okay, play the track, and he tuned to the track, like he didn't tune to a tuner, he tuned to the track. And then he said, okay, run it. And that was it. One take, done, perfect.
Really?
Absolutely,
Oh my
absolutely
God.
perfect. James Carmichael is one of the unsung heroes, and when they were nominated for Academy Awards and nominated for Grammys, they went all the way.
The nominees for Producer of the Year are James Anthony Carmichael and Lionel Richie.
I'm telling you, like, had to send an ambulance over there with crowbars to get him out of the house, and he just would not want any part of it.
Wow.
Just the most humble, quiet guy who would come in and just miraculously carve these beautiful pieces of music.
That's
you know,
amazing.
Again, you got a great singer, great songwriter, and James would find all the nuggets and the diamonds and carve them out.